In the previous episode, we talked about how to connect with the value and the power within you so you live from a more excellent place. In this episode, let's talk about obsession and how it can actually be an asset in your life.
Welcome to the Principles for Smart Living show with Conrad L. Jones. Here we talk about 5 things vitally important to smart living, which we call the Life Mastery Matrix. Those 5 things are faith, growth, excellence, contribution, and self-care. Faith constitutes your spiritual journey and relationship with God. Growth is your attitude to keep learning and becoming a better person. Excellence is your approach to doing quality work in everything you put out in the world. Contribution is about sharing your gifts and talents to be a blessing to others and to unlock more of your God-given capacity and capabilities. And self-care is you taking care of your body, mind, and spirit, and also getting quiet rest to refresh and renew yourself regularly. Let's join Conrad.
If this is your first time joining me on the show, I want to say welcome and thank you for sharing your time with me. In the previous episode, we talked about how to connect with the value and the power within you so you can live from a more excellent place and perspective of what you already have available in your life. In today's episode, let's talk about obsession and how it can actually be an asset in your life with helping you to find a deeper sense of purpose. Let's talk about those 3 keys for developing obsession around your assignment. Now, there are a number of ways to develop your gifts, your talent, your skills, and your abilities so that you can become successful at what you do. But if you really want to succeed with living out your purpose and walking the path of your destined greatness, it comes with one word, and that one word is obsession. Now, I know what you're thinking. When we think about obsession, our culture has already colored our minds with images of crazed lunatics who constantly stalk people or women in totally obsessed ways, right? And that we again assume that obsession is a dirty and an evil word. But obsession is powerful simply because it creates focus in your life that is magnetic and that is hard to avoid. And whatever you focus on long enough literally becomes the reality that you create. When you develop an obsession for your life's assignment, your success will become automatic and unstoppable. Here are 3 simple keys to developing an obsession or developing powerful focus around your life's assignment. Key number 1, recognize any distraction to your life's assignment and eliminate them. Have you ever been working on something when the phone rings or something happens which distracts you? We all have had that experience, right? But what usually is the issue if we don't shut down the distraction right away, what happens is something very interesting. I think you already guessed it. Distraction pulls you in a completely different direction. And by the time you realize what's happened, you've lost focus on what you were working on, right? And so that interruption breaks your focus and now you're distracted and now you struggle to get back on task. And that's the hard part of refocusing again your attention to what you were doing before that distraction happened. A story is told that when Victor Hugo, the famous author of the great writing works such as Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, he ran into writer's block. He concocted a unique scheme to force himself to write. He had his servants to take away all his clothes and to leave him naked with only a pen, paper, and a little shawl to cover himself so that he'd have nothing to do but to sit down and write, even though it might have been freezing outside. Now, apparently, Victor did this because he wanted to remove all distractions from around him so that he could focus on getting his writing done. While there will always be things in your path that come to serve as a distraction and a deterrence to fulfilling your purpose, just make a conscious effort to remove them from around you so you can focus on your assignment. Here is key number 2. Become an expert in your life assignment arena. So, what are you called to do with your life? What is that assignment that you are given by God to change the world in some way, some small or some great way? What is the one thing that you have as a mission? Now, while I know that these are really good questions, I've been around long enough to personally struggle with finding my own answers, and I've watched others seek to find theirs, all because many people don't really know what their assignment is. And this issue of not knowing our assignment is one of the root causes behind distractions and lack of focus in many people's lives. While I have discovered on my own journey about connecting with your assignment that there is something called the pull of destiny that we all have within our hearts, which are those clues we are already connected to, which are designed to help us to better connect with how we are called to serve, I want you to get that the pull of destiny really is that deep longing way down inside your heart that always seems to be pulling you towards three specific desires. Desire number one is achievement, and that is the desire to do more with your life so you live a life that feels fulfilled. Desire number two is suitability. That desire is to find a place that you fit in the world so you live with significance. And desire number three is unique greatness. That desire is to experience more happiness and fulfillment by doing something you somehow feel you were born to do so you live with satisfaction. And this is what really connects you to your assignment. Now, most people have a difficult time in successfully walking the path of their purpose simply because they do not make the decision to become the best that they can be at their assignment. And because this decision is never made, the passion that fuels the desire to succeed with their life assignment burns out. Listen, man, don't allow this to happen to you. Become an expert in your assignment. Know what your pull of destiny is and how you are called to serve. Become obsessed with what God has called you to do. Here's the last key. Key number 3. Never keep company with those who have no respect for your life's assignment. There's always going to be those people who disrespect what you believe, and they will disrespect what you believe you are called to do with your life. This is going to be either because they are frustrated with not being able to find their own life assignment, or they have simply chosen to live a meaningless existence devoid of purpose and passion. Listen, avoid those types of people, as they will literally drain the passion from your life and they will leave you in a state of emptiness and confusion. I've learned that respect and acceptance of what your life offers are two simple clues for determining who should stay connected to you. And when it comes to being obsessed with your assignment, this rule is extremely important. So let's start with respect. If you share your life's gift with a group of people who have little or no respect for what your life offers, now that's provided that you haven't done something to cause them to disrespect you. The problem is you may be climbing your life's ladder, but it's probably leaning against the wrong wall. Because respect for what you do and how you do it is a key sign that you are working with the right group. And then let's look at the second part, which is acceptance. Another sign is acceptance of what you deliver to them. Here is something you should know. There is a thin line between acceptance and tolerance. Some people merely tolerate you, while others fully accept you. Stick with the people that accept you and encourage you, and they are encouraged by what your life offers. Don't hang around people who just merely tolerate you, because when they've had enough, they're going to kick you to the curb. So in the next upcoming episode, we'll talk about rediscovering what you are really worth, so you don't allow anyone to put you down or to downplay the value in your life. So stay tuned.
Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this inspirational session and that it added value to you. If this episode has been a blessing to you and you want to download it, share it to bless your friends, or grab the other free resources we have available for you, visit us at purposeunleashed.com/principles podcast and have a great day.